The TrekWorks YouTube channel is sponsored by HDA ModelWorks, suppliers of scale lighting products, detail accessory parts, and complete model kits. Visit HDAModelWorks.com today.
Welcome, fellow modelers. Boyd here with you again, and this is our finale, or part 4, of our Cylon Basestar build. Left off in the last video working on getting that upper hull closed up after changing the plan on the fiber optics and everything. It all worked out for the best. I wound up getting the model done pretty quick after that, and I just had to glue on the top and go back around the edge there and fix a few minor light leaks, which were really easy. They were all really small, no big deal at all. I took a little bit of thickened up craft acrylic paint and dabbed it in there wherever I saw a little gap and let that dry, and then came back and airbrushed everything with the hull color. I followed that up with a nice black wash on the surface here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll turn this overhead light off here and it might highlight it a little bit better. It looks really nice. It's I didn't want to make it look dirty. I just wanted to make it look a little bit shadowed and shaded and with a little bit of wear on it. You know, that more realistic look than that just plain old bright gray. I purposely did the hull color, you know, about a shade or two brighter than it should have been because I knew the wash was going to darken up the whole thing overall. But there it is, guys. I'll turn the power on, and you can see we got all of our nice little lighting going on. That's looking really nice. And the trenches and everything, they're lit up all the way around. The little pulsing light here up on the top, again, that's a 5mm, or I'm sorry, a 3mm orange pulsing LED that I got from Jerry at HDA ModelWorks. Got that little detail of the fiber optics in the center along with that, lighting up at the same time. Nice pulsing effect. That's going to go really nice with a little sound effect that I put in here of the engine core from the actual show. These ships had a unique sound when they were flying, and we've got that captured. Got 5 individual sounds that we added. I'll play those here in a second. I'm going to turn down the lights, and we'll save that little thing for the end here and play all the sound effects with the lighting going on. But everything worked out really good. Got it on this nice stand. Got our, I had to use a, I'm still waiting for some new soundboards to get here. I think they're having some kind of back order thing over at Big Dogs, but I had an old board here that I had started on for something else that I threw in the scrap pile. Was able to salvage it and reprogram it and put 5 new sounds on it and got it installed so I didn't have to wait. Got our 5 buttons here. Got one power switch that turns on the power, running it at 9 volts. You can see my power supply coming off of it there. And again, on this nice little Polarlight base, just use that little wood block in there to mount it on the rod, and you can swivel it and do all that good stuff, and it came out really nice. So the model was a blast to work on. Really an easy kit, not a high parts count kit. And as you can see, for a mold from the 1970s, the greeley detail on this is really nice. I'm really pleased with it, and that wash helped bring that out a little bit. People were asking what the difference between this is and the original kit. What I can see is that this part right here is the main difference. This is a lot more accurate. The original kit didn't have these little kind of scoop looking things on there. They were just these kind of little stubs that stuck up, and so people would have to scratch make these or whatever. We don't have to do that anymore if you get this kit. Man, oh man, people weren't lying on the comments either about the kit getting really expensive. These things are going up for, you know, over $200 on eBay now. I was really surprised. But maybe they won't be that much. Maybe you'll get a chance to find one if you decide to grab one. If you already have one, hope you'll build yours. This was a lot of fun. I can't believe I waited this long to build this kit. I wish I would have built it sooner. It's just a really neat little kit. It'll go great with my original. I have, of course, the original monogram Battlestar I built a while back. And I may eventually get around to building the Mobius. I'm building one of those for a client right now. But I think it's kind of cool, the fact that it's, you know, both of them are the original monogram kits basically, you know, with this little part upgrade here. So that's kind of nostalgic, kind of neat. But here you can see the core. I had my camera settings turned up too high the last time, and these look like they were really glaring, but you can see in the shot here they're really not. They look really nice and subtle. In low light you can see a little bit of blue glow coming out of those trenches too. Looks really cool. So all in all, really happy, guys. Just had to do a few, you know, minor light leak touch-ups around the seam. Took some black craft acrylic paint, just kind of thick, and dabbed it on here and there wherever I saw a little sliver of light leaking out. let that dry, and then airbrushed over all that with the hull color, then did my black wash and everything. You can see these cool looking panel details on the top here. They're not the same on each one. I copied the box art and they look really cool. They're not symmetrical. This kind of reminds me of the Thing flying saucer that I built a while ago from the John Carpenter movie. It makes me wonder if the Carpenter movie got an inspiration from this, because that came after Battlestar Galactica. It's really quite similar if you start looking at it. At least the top is. But all in all, really happy, guys. I hope you enjoyed this series. We're going to pause now and come back real quick and do our usual thing that we do here. We're going to wrap it up with a look at the model in some low light. It looks really awesome in low light. And then I'll fire all the sound effects for you. Got some really cool ones that I lifted out of the TV show that go along with the model. And then we'll call it a day and talk about what we're going to work on next here on the channel. I'll be right back with that, everybody. Okay, you guys, back with you again to take a look at the model in some low light. I'm going to go ahead and play the sound effects in just a second. We've got 5 of them, but you can see the detail on the ship now. The wash that I did on it shows up a little bit better without my harsh fluorescent lights shining on it here in the shop. Pretty realistic looking model for only being a foot in diameter. I'm really impressed with the level of detail they put onto the surface of this kit for being something that was made in the 70s. Not bad at all. There's our trench lighting there, and some of the lighting coming out of the Cylon garage doors, I keep calling them. A little bit of shadow from my background light there. And you can see it's looking pretty good. All of our lighting's looking nice and clear. You can see it on the top and the bottom. All the detail there on the bottom as well. Looking pretty spiffy, I think. Okay, guys, so like I said, I've got 5 sounds now. I was originally going to do on the first button the Battlestar Galactica theme, but the Cylons had their own music in the show, which they played once in a while, so I'll hit that for you first. Okay, and the next one is going to be an ambient sound of the Basestar power core that kind of goes along with the pulsing up on the top there. I was able to find this online. It's just a nice clean sound without any music in the background. Here we go with that one. I like that one. That's got a nice rich sound to it. Okay, next a little bit of our old friends Baltar and Lucifer.
Speak. I bring good news. We believe we have located the Battlestar Galactica. Oh? A scouting expedition of colonial vipers has landed on a listening post in the quadrant Otarsis. They were permitted to escape, as you instructed. How far is this outpost from us? 1.5 hectares. Since the Galactica is kept to a minimum speed by the slower vehicles under her protection, at light speed we can easily catch her within a centon. One base star is not sufficient to assure victory over the Galactica. Find her, but follow just beyond her scanner range. Have faith, Lucifer, have faith. I have a plan. All I need is the opportunity to present it. And that will come by your command.
All right, so up next we have some Cylon Centurions giving orders, and then the next button after that I'm going to go right into it without talking about it. That's the weapon effect that lights up all of our laser emplacements around the perimeter of the ship here, combined with some sound effects of a big battle scene from the show. So here's the Cylon Centurions first.
Aft laser turrets report an attacking Battlestar by your command. All levels stand by to attack. Fire aft data lasers by your command.
And there you have it, everybody. That's the Cylon Basestar. Really happy with how the model turned out. This is a great little kit. A couple of you guys commented on the previous couple of videos about how insane the prices got on this one. I couldn't believe it when I actually checked that out. I got this kit for 15 bucks a few years ago at a hobby or at a model show here in town. Glad I grabbed it when I did then. The original 30th anniversary kit is like 200 bucks on eBay now. The older kits may be a little cheaper, but this is basically the one you want. It's got all the extra detail and everything, but anyway, she's all wrapped up and said and done. Set up nice on this little base. Got the little Cylon emblem there on the bottom and everything, so turned out pretty cool, you guys. All right, this is going to be a wrap, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out and checking out our video here. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back in about a week or so and start on a new project. I think I'm going to work on the Batman Batwing. That's my next little lighting project I'm going to work on. Going to do a couple of lighting projects in a row here, and that should be a lot of fun. That kit's got a lot of potential to have fun with it too. So that'll be it, everybody. I hope you enjoy this again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the new subscribers. We appreciate every one of you, and we'll be back again. Take care out there, and happy modeling, everyone.